Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, welcome back to another World of Tanks replay with your host, GreatTaz. Now let's get this battle on the road in 3, 2, 1, roll out. Hello ladies and gentlemen, GreatTaz here once again with another World of Tanks replay. Today we're going to be watching myself play the WZ-111 Alpine Tiger. This is a tier 8 premium tank and it does have preferential matchmaking. It is on the Chinese tech tree. Actually, it's not on the tech tree, I should say. It is a Chinese premium tank. Now, the thing about the WZ-111 Alpine Tiger, or just Alpine Tiger as it's better known, is the simple fact that this tank, the IS-6 and the T-34-3, all have the same gun. On the IS-6, when I say the IS-6, I mean the IS-6 and IS-6 Black. They're all identical guns. They all have this identical damage, output, and everything. So, that gun would happen to be the 122, it's right here, and it's identical. Everything's identical on them. 390 for average damage, 196 for penetration. We have 390 for damage on the heat, and then also, I'm not sure what happened there, and 250 on the penetration. Now, as you can see here, we start this battle on Mannerheim Line, and as you can see, our other tanks, we only had one other tank other than ourselves come down here, which is not really a good thing. As you can see, I'm sitting here trying to take care of a lot of tanks, me and one other. Slowly, tanks start showing up to help out, but at this point, we've already lost this complete corner. This corner is, from this side, you really don't need to win this corner. I'm sitting there, I'm trying to take out the Panther II. At 390 for a average damage, I can hit over 400 points. Now remember, it's 25% up or down, I believe, even on the damage. So that means I could hit another, even 10% would be another 30 points of damage from 390, so that's 420, so that would be my top. And I could have taken out the Panther II, and that was what I was trying to do by taking a few shots there. And as you can see, I've taken a little bit of damage at this point. I'm over half gone. I have tanks. Now, the bad thing about the WZ-111 Alpine Tiger, or from here on I will just call it the Alpine Tiger, is that was a late shot, is the simple fact that it has terrible gun depression, so it cannot be a haul down tank. That is its biggest drawback. You go over any ridge like this, you completely lose your ability to do anything. Now you see how far I had to get over there. That completely exposed the front of my tank. Here I am fighting on both cylinders as the A44 has just been paying attention to the front. He finally decides to turn around and do something. At this point, we're down already 4-2, 5-2 right now as I speak about that. And as you can see, I am trying to indicate there are issues around and stuff. And if you look at the mini map over in the bottom right hand corner, you'll notice that we do have taken calm area, but we've lost a lot of area. So, and kind of we have it a little bit surrounded. And here comes this M4Y. That is one of the American Yo tanks. Comes up and around the corner, the tier 8 version. There we have more tanks right here. We have the WZ-120, and I'm not even sure what this guy is doing. He comes around here like this. He does hit me, as you can see there, and then he tries to drive forward, which is not going to do him any good, really, because he's just going to leave me his backside. He was better to stay in front of me, but he was going to end up dead one way or another anyways. So now I'm fighting with 15 hit points, literally 1% of my hit points. This is what you call a last stand. And yeah, this is crazy battle right now. So standing here with 15 hit points out of 1,550, and there our WZ-111 1FT is pushing into those two tanks. I can't afford to even get sneezed on at this point that I have so few hit points. Alright, the WZ should not have really pushed down in there like that. I could not support him. I did not have the hit points to actually do something that crazy. There you see the T-43 just weak up, and the gun dispersion on this is not the best. Here comes the A-44 trying to get up again, dealing with this bad, terrible, bad gun depression. I want to be able to shoot him before he can shoot me, and with the A-44 there, it is a rear turreted medium tank, which allows me, as you can see there, he does shoot me. I do bounce it. That is thankful. Now, the turret on this tank is a pretty decent turret. Okay, here comes the RHM. Finally getting some extra support. The RHM runs down in there. He's going to take a couple shots and finally take him out. Now we have 3 enemy tanks left. Now remember, earlier in the battle, about 2 minutes in, we were down 2 to 3 minutes in, we were down 5 to 2. We've turned this around slightly. Now we are up on the top by a couple. There goes the E-25. Take a quick shot at it. This tank is not good at snapshopping either, so you know. Here comes our Progetto, which has 21 hit points, has less percentage of hit points than I do, but more hit points in the turn. And he is going to just rush on over and not worry about what the heck's coming. And he does get a shot in, it looks like, into the E-25. And just runs over. And he's like, I'm upset. Yeah, I would be upset if I left him with 1 hit point too. This is going to be a point in the match, which is really, I don't know. My biggest complaint in this match at this point is the GW Panther. We have complete knowledge of where all 3 of these tanks generally are. Okay, 3 points. The GW Tiger, if he would have moved all the way up into like B3, he would have had shots on that E-25. Maybe not great shots, but he still would have had shots. And not only that, he would have had shots on the Super Hellcat. He could have started putting damage in over there. But the GW Panther decides that he wants to stick right there. He doesn't want to move. And that is the biggest problem of this match. This match could have ended much sooner if it wasn't for him. Now, if you see up in the very top of the screen, right there, you will also see, as I move my pointer up here in the right corner, this is an indicator of high caliber. So we got enough damage, it looks like, for high caliber. We got 20%. There, the E-25 does take out the Super Hellcat, and I believe the Super Hellcat takes out the E-25. So now it's down to 3-2, and the already takes me out just by moving around. Again, our artillery piece has not moved. He's not moved. I don't even know what is going on. Honestly, I don't even think he's moved the whole battle. I couldn't tell you. Unfortunately, the RHM is the only person alive, so we'll watch him to the end of this battle. I mean, it was stinking, like I said, if the GW Panther would have actually moved, we would have changed this battle completely. We would have survived. He could have changed this battle completely. Alright, so the E-25 is on the move. The RHM here, the Colonel, is doing a good job of doing what he needs to do. As you can see here, he's going for the cap. And now the GW Panther has finally started to move. Instead of moving away, he moved towards the E-25. How long? Is that GW Panther just on? So as you can see what's going on over here in the cap, I type into the cap, but he'll get to the cap first, which he will. The E25 will, and he'll win. There's the game, folks. This looks like it's going to be a loss. Well, that sucks. What? The E20? Why did the E25? He left. He left the cap. Why did he leave the cap? I mean, literally, he had nothing to worry about. The E25 could have won this battle, but he left cap. That, seriously, not smart. Well, the Colonel is now in cap. Now he has to worry about the E25 coming up and sneaking up on him. The E25 has some great camouflage, and that is what's going to be it. All the E25 needs is one shot to peek, shoot, and back off, because the E25 is AKA cockroach, and it is annoying. Right here, as you can see, the Colonel says the problem is going to be camouflage. He has better camouflage, and he has better spotting than the RHM. The thing is, a cockroach is going to pop out of nowhere and say hi. So the Colonel is watching in the general location he thinks it is going to be. He needs to be able to snapshot him and actually turn around, not only snapshot him, but have the snapshot actually hit. So here we're going to wait. Let's see. Where's this E25 going to pop up from? And it's going to have to be a quick shot. So as soon as the E25 appears out of anywhere, it's going to spot him. So the spot locations are right over there. There's a down tree. I don't know if the Colonel's seen it. Did he see it? He does have a line. He's got a line. He's going to fire, and he takes him out. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the battle. All right. So we'll get this nice setup look so we can see the tank, and then we're going to move over to wattrecords.com to see how we did. Be right back. And here we are at wattrecords.com, ladies and gentlemen. All right, as you can see, I did get destroyed, but the Colonel from Simp playing the RHM pulled this one out. We come out with a victory. So this was a first class badge. That first class badge comes from the total of 1,173 base experience. I still have not aced this tank yet. Alright, and the high caliber comes from the 1,322 overall damage. Even the closest person was the Colonel, and he was still over 300 HP behind. Now the closest person on their team was their STRV, which did come off with tank sniper. And then I guess our artillery was actually doing something. He got a Confederate. He shot 12 times. He had 2 direct hits. He had 11 splash damage. All right. He to hit 7, didn't destroy any. But the big thing is honestly, he should have moved. In the end of the battle, if he would have moved, that battle would have ended sooner. The Hellcat would not have actually taken out our T25-2 or our E25 at the very end of the game, because the Hellcat would have to been worrying about that. The E25 on the enemy team would have had to been a lot more scared of what was going on. And also, the GW could have just moved towards a little bit more towards the 9 line, and he would have had shots also on their arty, because all 3 was in a very small location. So, and that is really a defining issue with that arty player. So as you can see here, that was a 5,592 WNA game. It was a really good game overall. If it wasn't for the simple fact that their artillery, their Crusader SP actually got that last shot, it would have been a really good overall battle. Running around with 15 hit points, that's, like I said, that's 1% of your health. On top of the Master First Class and the High Caliber, we got Fire for Effect, and we got Duelist. Now, I did block quite a bit of damage. If I would have survived the battle, I would have ended up getting steel wall. There's also one that says ricocheting a shot when you only have less than 10, I believe it's 10% of your hit points, which is 155, would have been 10%. That was 15. I didn't get this battle, which kind of confuses me. Not quite sure on it. But back here, we'll go continue on to team score. As you can see, top on damage, top on experience over everybody. Here, we got this detailed report. We fired 14, 10 of them hit, 9 did penetrate. We got 3,122, 12 hits received, 6 panned, 6 did not pan, and 1 was splash damage, and that was the Crusader SP there. 1285 blocked, 5 spotted, 6 damage to destroy, 755 also in assistance. There we have 0 base, traveled 1.62 kilometers. This was during a premium account point in time that I had. So I got almost 109,000 credits earned, and then after all of my expenses, I came out with about 85,000. See, the whole battle was 11 minutes. Still have some battles that are nice and decent time frame, like this one. I hate those 2-3 minute battles. They really suck. And that's when you completely lose, not just die in 2 to 3 minutes. That's when the whole team completely loses. So here we got 1,759 total rewards and missions. Got another 7,000 plus premium tier vehicle bonus. So we got almost 9,000 experience. Now all this experience in this tank at this point, I am still working on maxing out all modification for all tanks, and I'm starting one with tier 8s because that's the best place to start if you have tier 10s and stuff to earn your credits. Now if you don't have tier 10s and you have tier 6 premiums and you're at like tier 8 level, tier 6 is your best if you don't have any tier 8 premiums. So between tier 8 and tier 6 are the best spot for your premium tanks overall. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad you stuck here to the end, and if you did and enjoyed this video and want to see more, make sure you click that subscribe button. And if you want instant notification, don't forget to click that notification bell and change it from occasional to always. But I got one more thing. Again, like I said, if you like this video, please click that like. It helps me out in so much you don't understand. This is a great system, and I am enjoying playing these games and sharing these battles with you. But I'd like to know that you enjoy them too. And on top of that, if you do click the link here and still want a second or another way to show that you like this video is, or just the battle and think the video sucks but think the battle's good, if you follow the link that's in the description, it'll take you to this page right here. And if you've signed in, which you will have to using your Wargaming credentials, don't worry, it's just a little handshake saying yes, this is a player. Doesn't get any other information. All right, and then there should be a thumbs up and a thumbs down right here. If you go ahead and click that thumbs up, that tells me that you liked the battle, even if you didn't like this video. With that all being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is GreatTaz. I'm signing off, saying we'll see you again soon. And heck, I might even see you on the battlefield.